All right. Thanks, everybody. Welcome to session 48 of New Horizons. This time, our session recap brought to you by Robert.
So, Brother Nick snooped around the protest and found out that this is the furthest that the protests have made it into the Capitol. He then enlisted a lawyer to defend the anti war protesters. Cade combed through the footage of the protest and found out that Dalton Campbell, a minor official, is one of the 30 arrested protesters. It didn't take long before Nero heard a muffled explosion. She and Brother Nick decided to quietly head in that direction and see what's going on. From what Nero could tell, the explosion came from the side of the starport where the protests began, and where Mr. T Snake had disappeared after his speech. Saoirse and Cade decided to meet up with the rest of the crew near the spaceport, where they had heard that distant laser fire. After a crazy taxi ride, which nearly clobbered Brother Nick's car, Cade and Saoirse and Brother Nick all arrived at the starport. Saoirse morphs herself in Cade after scolding him for wearing a fashionable three-piece suit. While the party met up to discuss their course of action, more laser fire broke out at the starport. In typical fashion, we decided to break stuff and cause a ruckus. Nero, as Pinky, who is still wanted on Tabuk, set off a demo charge someplace safe so that people aren't put at actual risk. She darted out of the alleyway towards the police before skidding to a halt and making a showy retreat. The police opened fire, but barely scratched her. 4 officers chased her, but 2 run for one of the police vehicles. Saoirse objected to this and scraps the engine of their vehicle telekinetically. Those officers then join the chase after Nero, who toys with all of them. Brother Nick gets caught, but plays his innocent old man act as even more police ignore him to chase Pinky. Cade kept overwatch with the Hello Neighbor drone and spotted more officers joining the pursuit.
It was a good time. And I was realizing I should probably try to frame this generally, because we spent a lot of time going all over all of this. At this point, I'd say roughly 15 minutes have passed since Nero first heard the explosion.
Okay.
And so you've observed minimal reinforcements uh, go to the site of or in the direction of the explosion, the site of the laser fire and all that. You're not sure what may have happened before you got there, but you're all feeling the time pressure as feel like inevitably something will come to a conclusion soon, one way or the other. We left with Nero having dodged between parked vehicles and out along another sidewalk, um, and with more vehicles in pursuit from the other from the site of the actual arrests. And let's see, Brother Nick was running out towards the 2 cop cars, one of which is already mostly wrecked, and Saoirse and Cade were huddled in the shadows at near one corner, within sight of the police cars as well. Meanwhile, Java has been trying to, well, he's been entertaining homeless Nick and getting his life story. Avery, we hadn't established or decided exactly how long he would have spent doing that and at what point he might have finally decided to do something about rejoining the rest of the crew.
Probably would have gone on until this explosion.
Oh, okay, one of these more recent ones that Brother Nick and Nero set off.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
makes
would
sense.
they have warned him about it first?
Yeah, they would have. So that would have been a good time, and that was about the time that everyone was getting ready to spring into action. So um, that would be a minute or a minute or so, minute and a half, maybe in the past. How would he have gone about rejoining? Would he try to get rid of homeless Nick somehow, or what would he do there?
Uh, he'd probably just like squirrel off. So if Nick followed him, great.
Okay. Yeah, he would start to. He would have scarfed down the food that you ordered for him. But if you just start to run off, he'll start to chase after you. Say, "Hey, wait, where are you going?"
This way.
Oh, okay.
Don't you hear
Uh,
that?
yeah. Why are you running towards it?
I don't have time for this.
Uh-oh.
He'll he'll call out after you. He'll say, um, "I'll I'll be around. Just come looking for me. I'll wait."
Oh,
Okay,
But
buddy.
he does kind of slide to a stop. He's not really thrilled at running towards some sort of explosion, especially when there are people around who are looking nervous. A lot of them moving away from the direction of the explosions.
You know, general common sense things.
hmm
Fair.
So, yeah, Java knows that Nara was running interference as Pinky, and that after this explosion, which at this point has just happened, she's going to be trying to basically lose these police in a foot chase, or at least draw them far enough away from the starport that the rest of the crew can go figure out how to how to help in whatever way they feel like they should. And we'll just say you guys are all tuned into the same comm channel like before, so you don't have to specifically call out that you're calling everybody or you're calling specific people, unless you want to exclusively call a certain person. Then you can feel free to specify. But what is Java going to be running to go do? Is he going to be wanting to help Nero with what she's doing, or is he going to want to run and help the others with what they're doing?
So who exactly set off the bomb?
So there was an original explosion that was far enough away and muffled enough that Nero heard it, but Java was too far away to catch that one. That was in the starport, presumably set off by tunnel snakes. Seems to be the current running theory. The more recent one, I don't know. It was either Nero or Brother Nick who held the detonator, but they used it to draw the attention of the police away from the starport entrance that they were guarding.
I guess he'd be running towards them to make sure that that was successful and didn't result in them drawing any attention to themselves, maybe keeping his distance just a little bit and looking to kind of gauge their read on the situation since he wasn't in direct line of sight.
Okay. Um, by they, you mean the police?
No, Nick and
Oh,
Nero.
them. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he could go and observe from a distance if he wants. So he's running in that direction. So he's off toward the starport.
He's not trying to run straight to them after the bomb goes off, right? Like and draw
Mhm.
attention directly to them, but plausible deniability would say like he may be coming to help deal
Okay.
with that.
Sounds good. All right. Let's see. Brother Nick, I believe, is still moving up to plant another demolition charge at the police cars.
Yeah, so once they've gotten out of sight, he'd stop the old man routine and yeah, be making his way to set up the second demo charge.
Okay. He could definitely go do that. What are Kate and Saoirse doing in the meanwhile?
Well, Saoirse would want to have an update on the drone footage from Cade first off, and she would be asking him if Nero needed our help. And then she'd kind of stop herself and she'd go, "Wait a minute," and then she'd on comms ask Nero, "Do you need our help?" Oh my.
What is Nero's situation so that she can respond?
So she was, so far, she was managing to keep ahead of the cops who were chasing her on foot, that they had gotten some shots off after her. She had just heard a few moments ago from Cade that some police in a vehicle or two had pulled out from the site of the arrests and looked like they were heading to respond to the scene with the other cops that she had started.
Saoirse would want to make sure, by the way, that Nero was fine, and if she did need their help, then we would need to figure out a way to rendezvous with Nero and like basically round up our team to get out of here, because at this point we've accomplished all of our goals for involving ourselves. But
So
I have to go check on kids because Adam is in need of a parent right now. So
Nero will respond, I'm good.
all right. So then Saoirse would probably just be like getting in touch with Java and then getting in touch with Brother Nick and asking if they could meet up at a central location soon so they could get out.
Okay, so you guys are planning
Or
to.
just saying, yeah, everyone needs to get out. Does anybody need help getting out?
Yeah, right now we don't know of any change in situation that would make us abandon, well, not abandon, change our plan to distract and leave, because that's current plan. We haven't seen anything from that starport that would make us change that. I don't think.
Yeah. I don't think so either. But I guess Saoirse would just feel the need to go ahead and like start up phase 2 of blow stuff up and leave, which is the leaving part. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, at this point, Nero is definitely the one most in need of help getting out because she's the one that's got active police attention on her.
Yeah.
Everyone else is pretty good. Of course, depends a little bit on how long you guys wait to detonate the demolition charge on the cop cars.
think that
Now,
was
you gotta be.
intended to be pretty soon, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was. I guess what I was getting at is if the goal right now is to, basically try to just get out without drawing more attention towards yourselves, um, you might want to get slightly further away from the police cars before you set off another explosion.
Oh, I see what you mean. Set the bombs, leave, and then explode.
Yeah, at least do it as you're leaving. Something that, but that is up to you guys. I'm just clarifying what I think would be
Okay.
the likely conclusion you guys would come to, if that's your goal. So I'm gonna need another. Is Nara going to try to continue drawing out the chase right now, or is she going to try to lose them?
She hasn't been told that the rest of her team are free and clear yet, so she will try and keep the attention of the police.
Okay.
Trying to decide if she's gonna go to a more crowded area and risk people getting shot. On the flip side, banking on the cops not taking shots.
Mm.
Keep in mind, this is Tabukan police forces.
Yeah, and they have been shooting at her. They've not been like blasting because I think she's noticed that they're not shooting as much as they could in some concern for collateral damage. Well, I'm gonna just leave the question as asked. Yes, Nero will continue to draw them on.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna need another exert check from her. With oh, let me think here. Yeah, with strength again.
All right.
Realizing I don't actually have roll 20 up. I thought I did.
It's okay. I got a 22.
Sounds suspicious to me.
Incredible.
22 on a 2d6. That's downright impressive.
I mean, he does have that plus 12 on there.
Okay, it is a 10.
Don't forget the plus 12.
Right.
Fortunately for him, or I should say for Nero, the police are about as winded, if not more. Have less innate reserves, being NPCs that they are.
I would chalk this up at this point to Nero's kind of constant aerobic regime. She's frequently doing some kind of jogging or running around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is definitely her element.
Mm-hmm. She has trained her whole life for this. From the day she was a little farm girl.
Oh no.
True.
Has she told everyone the story of how they didn't they weren't even they couldn't even afford oxen, so she had to pull the plows?
Oh my stars.
He's outnumbered.
Oh, my stars without number.
All right, then, let's see. Mhm. So I'm gonna do. And Dex, you said you were trying to decide about whether to go for more populated or less populated direction.
hmm
Did I don't recall what you decided.
I didn't because you didn't ask. If,
Decide now.
if you do need to know, then yeah.
It would be relevant. I mean, she can continue as she is, but if you wanted to try to uh, run towards where you think more people would be,
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
be right back.
an option.
I think so. At her jogging pace, and with Danielle just left, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Saoirse would still, I think, recognize the jogging pace and tone that she's at. Basically, kind of the state of her run right now. She'll call back and she'll ask, "How much longer do I need to go?"
So what is the status of everybody getting away there, Mr. GM?
Yeah, you guys can. The car that Brother Nick brought is parked at a very nearby side street. So you all could basically be piling into the car right now, and you could be planning to go pick up Java a few blocks down as he started heading towards the scene of the action.
So needs work, but close.
Yeah.
Has Brother Nick completed placing the charge?
Yeah, have I been able to
Oh,
plan it?
yes. Yeah, he already planted it and is joining the rest of you. The three of you are piling into his rental car at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So if we're set on that, I think it's time to boogie.
Yep. Cade will message or we'll call.
We're already at the comms.
We'll relay back, yeah, to Pinky. Yeah, we're good. You can rendezvous with us.
I'll double back around, and she'll start working towards some crowds. Her intent here is to get into crowds and slow down. Eventually, slow down enough that she's no longer causing a stir just by her very presence. Unless people here notice and recognize her, then she'll have to figure something else out.
Okay.
So yeah, she's moving towards crowds with the intent of slipping away into them and getting lost.
I mean, if she slips through a good opportunity, Saoirse could just drop the morph.
I think Nero can do it too, right?
Yeah, Nero can do it.
Yeah.
It won't change what clothes she's wearing.
Right, but I got a hoodie that she can doff.
Mm-hmm. True. Hold on a second. I heard Danielle saying something loudly.
Oh no. Okay.
That might be needed. Give me a couple minutes. Let me be right back.
All right.
Sounds like the kids have realized that when mommy and daddy are away to play, it's a great time for them to play.
Yeah, sounds like.
Yeah. Dear.
So how much does it feel like Ben has hopes in the back of his heart that we will not flee and will go to assist whatever firefight was happening at Starport?
I kind of feel like he wants us to stay and fight.
I feel
Part of
like
me
that
is like,
too.
I don't want to. As soon as he's like, I really want you to fight, I'm like, uh-oh. I don't want to meet that teleporting captain again.
Oh. Nero does.
I might have played into that hand by running towards the action.
Oh no, you're right.
You guys
I
should have told
forgot
me what
about
you wanted.
that.
Java just did Java stuff.
I mean, yeah. I guess Cade's gonna have to check on his position and be like, what are you doing? Get back here.
I was planning on Java to getting Java to help the next homeless person he saw.
I got you.
Is Java already distracted by another homeless person? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, he's running towards an explosion. He's making sure everybody's okay.
Good Java.
You know.
I was trying to decide whether or not bring in a couple army helicopters and stuff swooping in on you guys or something. Deus Ex
Why would
Machina
that
up in
happen?
here.
I mean, that doesn't even make sense.
Well, I mean, reasons. Military gonna
For
military.
reasons.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
That's
Pinky's
rude.
not wanted that badly.
I'm kidding.
That
no,
guy's
but,
helping homeless people. Stop him!
Oh, wait, Pinky probably is wanted that badly.
She might be.
It's like Jason Bourne, but if it was some rando who you'd never met before.
mhm. Yeah, so Pinky has been ducking and dodging and weaving. I didn't actually hit enter on this roll.
Oh wow.
Woo.
Well, 2 of those will hit.
Goodness gracious, yeah. What was yeah. Let's see. Oh boy. So that's
Oh boy.
yeah, and I was giving you the benefit of the kind of the total defense armor class, even though we weren't technically going into combat initiative order and all that.
Okay.
But it didn't even matter for double 18s.
Yeah.
If people really do want to do combat, I'm not against it entirely. I just don't want it to take up the entire session.
Did you want to use your warrior thing to
How
ignore
much?
that 9?
Yeah, how much does it end up being? Do they have pluses to
It
that?
would be 17.
No, the individual one.
Oh, sorry, it'd be 10.
Okay, I thought so. I thought they were at a +1. I have a question about that. If I duck that here, and Nero does end up swinging back, and we get into a combat, will that be a new combat?
You mean will it be a new scene?
New scene, yeah.
If you like get away and then you guys regroup and you go to do something else, yeah, that'll be a new scene by then.
Okay. Not exactly as specific as I was hoping. I guess if you're willing to get this specific, let me start over. If something happens within the next couple minutes of our crew exploding cop cars and fleeing the scene, that causes them to say, "Oh no, we need to double back. We need to go help that fight that's in the starport." And Nero, dodges the police and gets away from them, and then joins them at that fight as quickly as she can. Would that still be the same scene for her?
No, that would
Okay.
because I'm gonna say if you get away this whole thing is a scene.
Okay.
If you get away and had basically the chance to leave, but then you decide to go instead and join another fight, we'll call that a new scene.
Okay. Then yeah, I think that's fair, and I'll go ahead and duck the 10. So
Right, so
taking
you only take 7.
7 damage, right?
But then after that point, after the last little volleys of laser fire, she has ducked, cut down another side street, and is now far enough away from the side of the protest and all the other shenanigans going on that starts running into a bit of foot traffic and turns another corner and is headed straight toward a actually somewhat busy little outdoor mall and plaza sort of situation.
Okay.
And does so as she's running towards all of that, hearing the shouts of the police in the not too distant past behind her. She hears the sirens of SWAT vans approaching from the other direction. Another direction, sort of opposite where the. Well, okay, I'm gonna get tangled up trying to describe this. They're not coming from in front of her, but they're coming from basically the other side of behind her.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
I don't think I need to get too more specific.
No.
But she assumes those are probably the police that Kate had seen coming after her. Thanks, Robert.
You're welcome.
Nice.
Thrilling. I was trying to describe it without having to reproduce for you guys the map. As complicated as with all the twists and turns that she's made.
Yeah,
But,
I don't think I'd be able to follow the map either. Anyway, so it's a fine.
we'll save ourselves all the trouble and just hand wave it. But she does know they're close on her tail and coming from a bit of a different direction, so she's gonna have to factor that into her escape. She going with the blend into the crowd maneuver?
No.
Lose the hoodie and
Not yet. The blending in will be when she can drop the pinky disguise and the outer layer of clothing that they'd recognize. She wants confirmation from her crew that they don't need pinky anymore.
At this point, they are speeding down the street away from the police cars.
Oh.
And starting to hear some different sirens. And
Oh no, that's just our children.
in fact, some that don't sound quite like the police sirens they'd heard before.
Oh.
Time
Ruh-roh.
to get out.
So let's see. Let me thinking about what if I should present you guys a pair of options or well, let me put it this way. You guys could basically just keep driving straight down the long thoroughfare away from the police cars, straight line, or you could cut through a side street or two, try to get over, both away from the police cars and away from the process site, and also away from the direction that Nero was taking the police off in a goose chase in. Before getting more directly away from the starport, which of those do you think you'd want to do? Straight shot down the main street here, away from the starport, or cut some side streets?
Just for clarification, I just realized I don't remember. Did we make sure that we rendezvoused with Java?
No.
You have not done that quite yet. That's
My vote is side streets and get Java at the same time, but okay.
Yeah, that might be good. Since we're
Yeah, that-
picking up Java.
that would slightly delay. That would delay picking Java up by maybe a minute or so, but you can going straight would get you to him a little quicker, but you can always just have him. He's not anywhere suspicious yet, so you can always have him go rendezvous with you in a little different spot if you wanted to do side streets.
Not to be a bummer, but isn't there a distance that someone has to stay near me in order for my
Oh, don't worry about that. It's like 100 kilometers.
Yeah.
joke? All right, neat.
Yeah,
I was
I
just
thought about
like,
that earlier.
Before we get too far into this, can we
Yeah,
just
anywhere within the capital city limits would definitely be within range of her metamorphosis.
gotcha?
Okay.
So we have one vote for side streets.
I think I'm on side streets as well.
All right, that's 2-1. Is the captain going to veto their votes?
No, I'm good for it.
And
Alright.
As long as we have a different driver, then I'm fine.
and that lets me
Or in the
answer
rental.
your question there, Ben. With them going off side streets to go pick up Java, then Nero will find somewhere to stash the hoodie. Now, before I do that, real quick, the hoodie was Cade's, right?
Yeah.
Is it
Mhm.
actually Cade's, or is it just like a tourist something he bought?
No, it's probably Cade's. It's probably like one of those really nice,
Oh,
expensive hoodies.
It's monogrammed
That's not
Oh,
good.
no.
with the
No.
last name spelled out.
No. Not
Yeah,
spelled
yeah.
out and not monogrammed.
But it's still his.
It's got the phone number and home address of his dad written in the tag. Like, if found, please return to.
Please return to.
Ben, would
No.
would Nero know enough about crime technology to determine whether, like, if the police found this hoodie and like, whoa, this is the hoodie that Pinky was wearing, and then went and did crime stuff on it, crime analysis stuff, would they be able to trace it back to Cade?
Let me see here. So, that's a very good question. Let's test that with a no check from Nero.
Okay, and I'm just gonna put this out front. If she does not know, then she is not going to risk it. So.
Okay.
That's good for
She
her.
does not know.
Okay. All right.
It's time to eat the hoodie.
No, she's had a modern style rice cake, so a hoodie's still a step up.
It would not make. Well, No, I keep getting that mixed up. Yeah. It is potentially at least partially organic matter.
I was wondering if her adaptation would be able to actually derive energy
Just
from it.
eat a hoodie.
um, then instead of discarding it completely, when she'll try and find somewhere where she can walk through, and without skipping a beat or stopping or anything, just kind of pull the hoodie off and roll it real quick, stuff it into a pocket, um, or layer it under her shirt or something. Basically hide it in some way. And just keep walking through where she's, at. I'm kind of picturing like scaffolding that has people walking around it, some people walking through it. Some kind of place that's pretty much hidden from the greater public view. Some people might be able to see what she's doing, but hopefully not.
You could convert it into a torch and join the protest.
The protest is over. That would be a great way to continue drawing attention, though. That's what you wanted to do.
Well, one of the other ideas was to go to homeless camps, just like, hey, here's some more fuel for your fire. Oh no.
Kirby mode. All right, let's see.
CSI Nagris.
Oh my, that is a fancy hoodie. I could just see the shine in the picture.
Oh wow. Let's see. So, yeah, she can kind of stuff it in under her secure clothing or something. She'll look a little padded, but it's not really gonna draw any weird looks or obvious questions from random people.
It just looked like she's gained weight.
Yeah. Let's see. Go ahead and give me a sneak with charisma check.
All right.
All right. So Nero sets about trying to blend in with the flow of people and looking the part of a nighttime shopper. Despite the rain, there are still people out, and you made a comment about homeless camps. Did you actually want to try to?
No.
Okay. I was pretty sure that was all joking, but
Yeah.
let's see then. All right, so she hears sirens get closer and brakes screech as vans come to a stop at two different entrances to this plaza,
Poor Nero.
and there are there are bouts as police start filing out of the vans. They're some distance back, but close enough that he can doesn't look amiss for her to look and stare along with everyone else as they start moving into the plaza, moving people aside, getting people to show their faces and hands, and they're not combing thoroughly exactly so much as they're trying to cover a lot of ground quickly and trying to kind of corral people into the groups to be checked over later.
Okay.
So Nero takes this as her cue to step up pace a bit, duck into uh, one of these stores, and try to make her way outside of this plaza. And this she can do without any further difficulty and lose the cops. Let me see. I need to go again. Give me 5 this time. If you guys can be discussing game plan. Rental vehicle is on its way to rendezvous with Java, and say they hear both SWAT sirens and other sirens uh, pass by just one street over from the route they pick. And they also hear screeching tires in the other direction. More on that in a minute.
Mm.
What's the plan here?
That's a good question.
Get out.
Yeah.
It's my main plan.
No stand your
How
ground.
do we go about doing that? No, I think Saoirse sees this as um being fringe to what they're here for.
hmm
Like, this is not the problem. This is not the source of the problem. Does that make sense? Like, this is,
It's a
while
distraction.
it would be nice. Yeah, it's a distraction and it's not really helping the people.
Yeah.
We've already helped them by getting the police away from them, giving them time to get out. Brother Nick's getting in touch with, lawyers. Like, I think Saoirse's feeling like, okay, this has been a distraction. Great.
Yeah.
We did what we came to do. We're just going to need to get out now.
And remember,
It's gotten a little out of hand.
we've succeeded in what we wanted to do. Getting the police away was a secondary thing, just to make sure that nobody that didn't need to get hurt got hurt. But the blowing up the cop cars, the intent there was always to distract the military folk that are over at the starport from fighting who they're fighting, and think, hey, we're surrounded now. We've got to do our thing. We got to retreat. Whatever. We're basically buying a distraction for whoever is fighting over there, whatever the tunnel snakes are doing over there. And if they don't capitalize on that, then we tried.
Yeah.
Are we friends with the tunnel snakes? Is what I'm hearing.
Not really, but they're
The enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of situation.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
more or less aligned in the same direction.
I didn't think we were friends with them, but
Yeah.
then we went out of our way to, help them.
I like what they did, and
Hate to see it.
Nero likes what they did, because it seems like they've effectively delayed transport of troops from Tabuk to Urala with this little stunt. So, I mean, that's Nero wanted to do that herself.
I didn't realize that Cade's dad did some modeling. Me looking for a hoodie and I run across this.
Oh no.
He's like, even I look better in your clothing, son.
Ouch.
Well, I mean,
Just
that
trying to help you for character inspiration,
that
For your daddy
screams daddy
issues.
issues to me.
Oof.
Breckenridge Sr. does like to dress fashionably.
Oh my.
Cade would remember that very well.
That'd be
It's
like
probably the only thing that he picked up from his father and decided, I'll keep this.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know,
Oh,
that
yeah,
would
Yeah,
be
good
like
for
having the
him.
Dos Equis guy for a dad. He'll always be in that shadow.
Oh yeah.
It was like the least controversial thing that they could try to bond over.
What
The
was
only
her
time
fashion.
his
name?
dad wasn't disappointed in him was when they went shopping together.
Oh my goodness, this is going straight to Newhart with Michael and Stephanie.
Oh dear.
Sorry, I don't
In all
speak
honesty,
uh,
oh, go
soap
ahead.
opera.
It's sitcom, but it's also
Oh,
old.
okay. So I
All
don't.
right, there we go.
I didn't even know the reference. I just assumed.
Nope, it is a from 85 to 90, 1985 to 1990 sitcom starring Bob Newhart.
Okay. So
Bob Newhart's hilarious.
I feel like, yeah, I'd heard that in a different context, but yeah, I didn't really know either of them. So I don't know a cashmere hoodie.
Oh, is that what Nero's wearing? Oh my goodness!
hilarious.
Wow.
I mean, cashmere is not cheap, so
I mean,
Yeah.
I personally felt the no face, no case hoodie was more on point, but maybe too on the nose.
yeah, way
Just a
too on the
little.
nose.
Yeah, what's cashmere is like wool or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
I like how
it
you
is.
sounded just a smidge defensive there, Robert.
Okay,
It's a tree nut, I thought.
it's from it's from goats.
That would be a
It's from the
cashew.
cashmere goat.
That would be a cashew.
Avery channeling a little Java there.
Avery, I missed you so much.
That was a good
Uh,
one.
Pretty
Mm.
sure.
Oh, look, I can narrow my men's hoodie search by 200 and above. How lovely. What a useful
Man.
tool I've never used before now
All right,
and never
well,
will.
before we
Tough
waste
one.
too much more time on speculating about the exact nature of Cade's casual wardrobe,
Casual cashmere wardrobe.
Saoirse can't wait to roast him about it when this comes up later.
yeah, so they hear they're headed towards rendezvous with Java. Basically to their left, sirens. To their right, a street over. Sounds like some crazy driving.
Whoa.
Oh no, it's your Uber guy, the Goober guy.
My goober driver.
they're still chasing him.
And he's just been doing donuts around the starport.
Yeah.
Past 15 minutes.
You do not actually hear sirens on that side.
I wonder if this is the tunnel snakes trying to get away.
Hmm.
Taking a parallel route.
Brother Nick presumably is driving. Do you want to?
Sorry, go ahead.
What you want to do, driver?
I wanted to
don't wanna
ask.
drive near the other possible getaway vehicle.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear the first part of that.
Sorry, I said, well, I don't want to drive near the other possible
Oh.
getaway vehicle.
I was afraid I'd missed a don't in there. Should have just run with what I heard. All right, well, you can definitely keep on your course.
Okay, are we near Java?
Yes, you are. You're this point about another block away.
Oh tapping the steering wheel. Did we have drone as eyes in the sky?
Yes, I don't think he's
Okay.
gotten rid of it yet.
So I was also worried about that back at the starport. Yeah. Are those
Yeah, you've gotten
the
far enough.
Vienna people who were coming in? Are they moving any closer to where that charge was set up? It'd be bad if we end up blowing up a bunch of new cops as they come in.
Yeah.
They're still far enough away. Do you want to go ahead and detonate?
Does it look like they're gonna move any closer?
Yeah, they're headed towards that scene. Yeah, I guess if yeah, I'll say you guys were able to move and just enough away from the starport before driving off that you got outside the range of the QECM, so Cade could go back to operating it without needing line of sight on it. So yeah, you've got eyes on, and yeah, you see a pair of SWAT vans and some other armored vehicle that's looks more like Tabukan military. That's following them, and they're headed now down one of the main streets, the one that's got the police cars with the waiting the demolition charge.
Oh, that may be time to hit it then.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
Maybe we let her rip.
With an echoing boom, the two police cars go up in a ball of fire and scatter hot metal, bits of glass in every direction, and more car alarms start going off. Nero and Java both hear that several blocks away. And everyone around them shudders, and there are some screams as people even more determinedly now begin heading home. A lot of muttering and fearful looks. Oh dear. Let's see. Yeah. Brother Nick pulls the car to a stop on up by a sidewalk where Java is walking, now rain-soaked and sporting a soggy cardboard sign.
As like the message started to run on the cardboard.
It was pretty quality marker, actually. But the thing is wet enough that it's starting to bend in places it shouldn't.
Does it have windows?
The car does, yes.
The
Or
cardboard
did you
sign does
mean?
not.
Did you? As I say, are you asking about the car or the sign? Because I feel like
No,
both of those are
obviously.
very obvious questions.
Okay, so Java's gonna jump in the car and he's gonna slap this wet cardboard into the window,
Okay.
simultaneously giving himself cover and getting his message out there that Tofu is murder.
All right. And you're off again.
Brother Nick is gonna rip that right down.
Took y'all long enough.
Saoirse and Cade have anything to say to that?
Saoirse's gonna raise an eyebrow at that.
Cade will just look at him and say, I thought you were listening to us. I said there are police on the way. We probably need to go. Did you turn your communicator off?
I'm soaking wet. What do you think?
Yeah, you probably did.
Do you still have that hoodie?
No. I gave that to Nero. He's kind of trying to look in the car for where Nero's sitting.
Oh, has Nero been picked up yet?
That's up to you.
Oh,
Yeah, that's up to you.
sorry,
He's kind of looking around.
I must have missed that you picked up Nero also.
No, we're asking you. Do you want
Sure.
Nero to like have gotten picked up? All right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, she'll still
yeah,
be
you can pick
grinning.
her up shortly after.
Yeah, she'll still be grinning when the car pulls around to her. And sitting now in the back seat, I'm guessing. Cade looking over at her for her hoodie, for that hoodie.
Yep.
She pulls it out from under her under her clothes.
Oh. Okay.
And
Saoirse will raise
you-
an eye at that.
Do you need to warm up, Java? Cade will like hand it, like hold the arm out towards Java.
why is it so soft?
Have you ever pet a goat?
I don't know. I don't imagine that Nero's family were goat farmers or had goats. But then I also don't know farming much, so I'm just gonna roll a die.
Goats are pretty common, but I can understand maybe your parents not having them.
Nero
Maybe
did.
your dad got
Gates.
bit by a goat one too many times.
He did theoretically interact with other people who might have had goats.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Then she said yes.
Well, it's called cashmere because it's from the cashmere goat. They took the fur, hair, I don't know,
Hold
wove
the
it
phone.
into the yarn.
Hold on. Is your hoodie made out of cashmere?
Yeah. Why?
Saoirse's just gonna start laughing. And she's just gonna look back at her compad for updates on the protest. She's not even gonna extrapolate on that.
What? It's fantastic.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Java uses Cade's hand to wipe the water off of his face.
What?
Okay, then. Kid will just pull his hand back.
All right, so you're all piled into the rental car with Brother Nick driving. Where to?
To the petting zoo.
Uh,
And a date with some goats.
Actually, I think it was a date with Kareem, but okay.
ooh.
Uh-oh. Eyebrow.
Nero looks panicked all of a sudden.
We're going straight
that
to
tonight?
the hotel because she has to get cleaned up. Saoirse's
don't
not
think it was
allowing her to
tonight.
see Kareem in this state.
Roll a luck save for Nero.
Oh no!
Jumping rooftops.
Woo.
Okay. It was not, in fact, tonight. The weather forecast was not good enough for a beachfront date.
Oh, true,
The
true.
splendor of Tabukan dates.
It might not be the ideal Tabukan date, but it is. I don't remember whether Nero specifically told him that's what she wanted to do, or if he inferred that. Anyways, yeah, no, Nero is still looking a little bit panicked and asks, "Is that tonight?"
Saoirse's going to pull her leg so hard. Saoirse's gonna make like a surprised face, and she's gonna say, "Nero, you don't remember when your date is?"
It's been an exciting night.
You know, I bet if you ask Kareem really nicely, he'd take you to a protest instead of the beach.
Take her for a what?
To the protest instead of
Oh.
to a protest instead of the beach. That's what she said. And she keeps saying this in between looking back down at her compad, by the way.
The protest is over.
That wasn't a one off. There's plenty more where that came from.
But I want to go to the beach.
Ah, good. Glad you're still salvageable.
Nero stares at her for another long moment, and then rolls her eyes and looks back out the window.
So Saoirse would then say, "No, your date's not tonight. Tomorrow."
Did you see how many were chasing me?
I did lead them on a merry chase.
That was awesome. Pinky is awesome.
Saoirse's just going to be quiet at that.
I don't know. I think I like Nero better.
I agree.
She's not going to say anything, but she is smiling.
All right. So, guess I'll ask again. Where are you guys headed to?
Well,
Back-
Saoirse is going to. Saoirse's trying to figure out what the best next course of action is. So she's going to ask Brother Nick where he thinks the least sensitive part of town is right now with the police, since he has connections. Like, do we need to get a ride out of town? Do we need to change cabs?
Oh well, we're driving our
Oh, yeah,
rental
sorry.
car.
Driving a rental. Apologies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're sufficiently far from the scene of the protest and the disruption at the starport, so you're pretty close to the hotel. If you wanted to go back there, you guys could go anywhere else your little heart's desire. It's getting a bit later into the night.
Yeah, I think
Right.
maybe we give it a while to make sure we're not being followed. Leave the car a ways away, and then get back to the hotel.
All right.
And
I think
maybe,
Saoirse would be pretty happy with that.
yeah, I'm thinking lay low for the night, and we can get back to our stocking up on supplies and trying to get a hold of our resistance buddies. Maybe we can find out on the news if what else the tunnel snakes, or I guess who we're assuming is the tunnel snakes, what they got up to when they were blowing stuff up.
All right. Well, let's see then. Um, Ethan, give me a notice check for Brother Nick with wisdom.
Okay.
All right.
It's higher than a 6.
That's a that's a success. He can see that they've made some turns, and no one is following them. So you are using the clear to park the rental car, in some in a parking garage nearby the hotel, and you guys can walk the short way over, not getting too horribly soaked. It's kind of like a steady drizzle at this point. And you'll make it into the hotel. Any
I've made a hoodie, really.
Really?
Nero goes straight to the shower.
Saoirse's going to ask if Cade would ever like to go shopping sometime.
I don't know. I think you have ulterior motives for suggesting that.
Oh, really? I just am curious what you'd pick out. And whether or not your taste in fashion came before or after the daddy issues. That's another one I'm trying to figure out.
There it is. I knew it was coming.
Oh, got to keep you on your toes.
I think I'd rather be on bed right now sleeping, so I think I'm gonna go upstairs.
Ugh, no fun.
He throws his hoodie over his shoulder and hikes upstairs.
Mhm.
This is a good question. Is this a nice hotel or like kind of run down or?
Yeah, it's a decent hotel.
Uh,
It's not like a motel. It's nothing top of the line either. Everything's
Gotcha.
clean. So yeah, everyone go ahead and drop me another let's see. I believe you guys decided this was in the lifestyle expenses we were going with common. So everybody drop me another 15 credits from your pocketbooks.
Another
And
what from the what?
15 credits from your
Oh.
pocketbooks.
Got you. Thank you. Ah,
Okay.
oh, where are my
Let's use the
credits?
security system.
Oh, where are my credits? Oh, where? Oh, they're there. Okay.
Are you
Say
talking about?
15 credits?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe you used. Didn't you use that one at the
at
Art
that
shop.
hotel when we got attacked. Oh, and I think we did put one in the.
Oh,
in the
okay. So you
shop.
had separate ones.
All right. So once I drop
Hmm.
1, 2, 3 bio psionic metamorphs, whatever, I am down to 2 current committed effort. Right? Instead of 5.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Let me see. Trying to think of an appropriate way to resolve that question.
That got longer than I anticipated.
Mm,
Anyways, you said 15 credits each, right?
yeah. Somebody, you guys pick one person to make a survive skill check. I'll say.
I mean,
Cade.
Cade can do that.
All right.
Survive intelligence or wisdom, or
Either intelligence or wisdom is fine.
well, then definitely intelligence. I think I'm gonna re-roll that,
That will need a reroll.
dude. That's a nat 3. I stand by
Mhm.
the statement that Roll20
emotional
is trying to
damage he's
kill.
doing.
It's better.
Okay.
Barely.
All right. So Cade did have the wherewithal to make sure that that security system got shuffled around and from various bags and um, holdings to end up with you now. So you have that security system that you can set up here in your little hotel room. I don't know if you guys were doing multiple ones or if you were all going to pile into one.
We could all pile
I'm-
into
You guys
one.
and girls.
If someone has a problem with that.
I mean, it would have to be a pretty big suite, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking cars, not suites. I think we would do 2 separate ones probably.
That's typically what we've done.
Hmm.
Okay. So the
So if we
guys
had
get
the end of a hall, we could just like set it in the hall.
I'll say either the guys' hotel room or the girls' hotel room is going to get the security system.
Either or, okay.
Can't put it in the girls' room.
LOL.
Such a gentleman.
Don't hear any objections to that.
Nero
that's fine.
snores.
Logistically, there's also 3 of us.
Yeah, true.
More people to, man it.
I mean,
Glad I could mansplain that.
and again,
I'm
Brother Nick will
assuming-
probably be meditating or praying.
I was gonna say he'll be awake. He'll be awake early anyway.
I'm assuming that this is like a 2 queen beds in a room kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a pull-out couch, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say the guys are gonna have to fight over who gets the solo bed anyway, so why not let them have the security system while we're at it?
Not sure that security system is going to be much consolation for whoever has to snuggle or take the pull-out couch.
Fair.
Yeah, just for kicks, since it has been brought up, who is the odd person out, and are they doubling up or are they sleeping on the couch?
Brother Nick
And-
would volunteer for the couch. I think that's a regular thing for him. He will volunteer for the worst sleeping accommodation.
That is his
it's
MO.
a test of morale to see of morality to see if you let the old man take the worst spot.
Oh no, this is like his Church
we
of the
know.
Sky asceticism stuff.
Uh-huh. Like, no, he likes being uncomfortable. It's fine.
Don't worry.
You-
He's not
Don't worry
secretly
about
taking
me.
notes in his prayer book,
But he is making a
adding you
list.
to his prayer list.
I'm checking it twice.
Oh man.
Java lays out all his snacks on the bed furthest away from the door.
Oh my word.
Incidentally, also closest to the window.
You snuggling with your snacks. Now that you've realized it's one to a bed.
No, I mean he just wants to be able to like reach over, grab a snack. Like if he leaves them in his bag, then he's gotta like get his bag, open it. Too much effort.
Oh my stars.
He's just efficient.
Got it.
Meanwhile, Nero's already out.
Yes, and has left no towels.
Sounds about right.
Saoirse forced her to do a hair care routine before she went to sleep.
Oh no, she burried it up pretty quickly.
Bold of you to assume braids are not involved in this routine.
Now I'm picturing Saoirse literally straddling Nero, face planted on the bed, braiding her
You
hair.
will have
In-
leave-in conditioner.
Forcibly braiding her hair for her.
Nero under her
Despite
just
her
stop.
Not far off from what would
Stop.
happen.
Ow. Stop.
Do you want it to be a rat's nest when you see your man or not? If not, I'm trying to help with that.
She stops protesting. I don't think she's willing to get up out of the bed to help though.
Oh, you're good. Saoirse would also be looking for like trash TV, like see if Tabuk has any reality shows.
Days of our blades.
Oh my word! Thank you.
More blades of our days.
Yes.
No,
Blades
no,
of
no,
our
no, no.
lives.
Blades of our lives,
Game of Swords.
and better, blades of our wives.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Or that game show, Wheel of Blades.
Yeah, the best one.
Funnily enough, Jeopardy is still named Jeopardy.
That works.
But it's completely different.
That took me too long. Oh my goodness.
Saoirse might notice that Nero's burner phone has dinged a message.
She's gonna try and peek over at the screen to see if it's time sensitive.
It appears to be from Kareem.
Oh. Does it show like a preview of the message or does it just say message?
I imagine that Saoirse has like access to Nero's phone. Like she is one of the unlockers.
No. She's not gonna unlock it.
Okay.
She doesn't do that.
Then I think standard privacy features on phones. It wouldn't say that what any part of the message is.
Well, see, iPhone's default
What?
is to show you a preview
Oh,
Well,
of your
nah,
message. You have to
this is
manually change it.
this is the 32nd or 33rd century, so we're talking a little better privacy mindedness at this point.
it is also a
Um,
burner
Yes.
phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and also now the real question is what Kareem is in Nero's burner phone as.
Oh no!
What is Kareem saved as in her phone?
Fight buddy.
Fight buddy?
Fight buddy. So that's what Saoirse sees a message from, is from somebody
Any-
named Fight Buddy.
Any
When
emojis in
Saoirse
the name?
sees
No.
that- Hold on, I have to roll to see if Saoirse gives into temptation for this.
No
What should I-
emojis.
Should I do a mental save? So hard.
Just do a high low.
What do you think? What do you think the odds are that she would give into this?
All right, guys. Should it be I roll a d12. If it's even, she doesn't look, and if it's odd, she does.
Okay.
Fine by me.
Does that sound fair?
Yep.
All right. Okay. When she sees Fight Buddy, she is she looks over, and if Nero seems true and well out of it, she's just gonna snag that phone right off the bed, and she's gonna open the message.
The message from Fight Buddy says, "We're still on for tomorrow night, right? I can't wait." Smiley face emoji.
She is going to look over at Nero, who very patiently allowed Saoirse to tame her hair, and she's going to say, "Yes, we are. Period. I'm excited to see you too." Smiley face. And then send it. And then she's going to change Fight Buddy's name in Nero's phone. And then she's just gonna send Kareem, "Good night. Can't wait for tomorrow." And then she's gonna go, sure, kiss, a little winking kissy face emoji. Just kidding. It'll at least be "can't wait for
Oh.
tomorrow" with like a little soft smiley face. And then she's gonna close the phone and slide it back onto the bed next to Nero.
Sometimes you just have to give in to the chaos.
She's telling herself she's being a good wingman.
That's adorable.
All right, nice. So, I believe here, let me check. All right. Everyone is able to get a full night's sleep.
Woo!
So you restore your level and hit points. You regain, or you, yeah, I guess you regain 1 system strain. Recover 1 system strain, however you want to do, whatever you want to say about that. Yeah, and you all wake in the morning at your various times, feeling refreshed somewhat.
Nero is up to 3 available system strain, or back up to 3 available.
First time in a while.
Yeah, she's walking the line.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So, what is plan for the day?
Well, I think Brother Nick has quite a lot of connecting to do, and we need to actually well, we need to find out what was going on with that actual with the bug, and um somebody needs to go back to the shop and say, "We're back."
Yep.
All right.
Saoirse's gonna make sure that Nero is all packed up for her beach date, and then once she feels like Nero's got everything, almost like setting out clothes for a toddler for an event, but not quite. Um, and then she's gonna be like, "Do you have this? Do you have this? Did you pack this?" And then once she's harassed Nero enough, then she will uh, text the group and ask if anybody is ready or willing to go with her to the art shop.
I'll go.
I think Kate would
Saoirse's
go.
gonna look at her for a second and then go, "Yeah, all right." She's thinking, can she do this at the same time that she's supposed to be mentally and emotionally preparing herself to see Kareem? And then she decides that's overkill. So she's like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah. Nero mentally and emotionally prepared herself for a date.
Yeah, that comes down to Nero thinking about what kind of food they're gonna have.
Pretty much.
You know it's true.
And she probably asks that a couple times while they're fighting over whether there's gonna be a swimsuit or a need for a swimsuit. Um and she doesn't want a pink towel. She wants a red towel. No, that's too light, that's pink. What kind of food are we gonna eat? Yeah. Nero will go with Saoirse and Cade.
All right.
Hold on. Has Nero checked her phone yet?
I don't think so. She's certainly looked at it and seen that there are no new messages, and then put it in her pocket.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a we should probably all go to the art gallery thing?
Don't think so.
If you guys don't have an urgent need to be elsewhere, that would simplify things a bit.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't
it's
think that
Mm-hmm.
we do. I'm
if
just
Brother Nick was,
sure.
it sounded like maybe Brother Nick was gonna go do some connecting. I didn't catch what that was, what the goal of that connecting was going to be.
Sorry, that was just an
Um,
assumption on my part.
Yeah, I think I've done what we were wanting to do. I can't
Oh.
remember any additional.
You had done a good bit the last time. I don't know. Were you assuming something about tunnel snakes, Dex?
No, I think I was just kind of assuming that Ethan was going to do some scheming and plotting.
I
Know
guess I
that,
can
Ethan.
check up on if there's any more news on stuff that happened last night, but that's probably a thing I can do while tagging along with the group.
has anyone connected with Nafia? Oh, I guess that's kind
Oh.
of what Nero will end up doing
Mhm.
with Kareem. Okay, never mind.
And just for references, are they planning to go to the beach like in the evening or the afternoon?
I had kind of imagined more of an evening thing. Oh, I remember why I imagined that. After Bruce saying how wonderful it is sleeping out under the stars, I think didn't Nero say that she was gonna go sleep with Kareem at the beach? Yeah, she did.
Ben. Alrighty.
She means it in a wholesome way.
Yeah. She probably got some questioning from Brother Nick about that. Hmm.
But yeah, I think it was intended as more of an evening date. You know, sunset on the beach, beach blanket dinner, and then stargazing. Probably a bonfire up until then, and well, I'm not going to plan the date for you, Ben.
Oh, were you was Nair leaving it to Kareem to plan the date?
Yeah, I think at best she would have told him that she wants I think I sent you a text, not text, a message about it. Okay, she asked, "Can we go to the beach again?" Um, you said yes, and she'll here. I'll type it out to you.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I see what you'd sent most recently, but yeah, if you got some more that she would either send him now or would have sent him, then you can type it out to me.
I think this is a would have sent him, and also I'll send it to Danielle so that she can see what spicy messages Nero is sending.
Alrighty then. So meanwhile, heading to the art store sounds like art shop in the rental storefront. And let's see, I believe you would have arranged, would have planned this uh, for a time that you knew somebody would be there. Let's see. All right. So you roll up in what, one or more of your rental vehicles?
Why don't Nero take her hover cycle? That way she can split off if our shenanigans end up going toward into her date time.
Okay.
If Saoirse will let her, I forgot about the hair. Maybe she'd better just ride in the car. Is that an argument they have also, Danielle?
About her hair.
About Nero taking the motorcycle or the hover cycle?
If she wears a helmet, she's fine with it.
Okay.
She tells her to take out her braid before she sees Kareem. Because I'm assuming that she braided her hair.
Yeah, Nero would ask why take it out?
Saoirse's just gonna look at her for a second and be like, "Don't worry about it. Just do it." And she's gonna shut the hotel room door.
Okay.
Also, has Nero messaged with Kareem at this point?
I don't think. Like, unless he sends her another text today, she's probably not gonna check. She's not gonna see that she sent more messages unknowingly.
I am quite upset that he has not messaged you again.
Let's see. I get. All right, guys. All right. Uh. Hmm. Next morning message here. Okay, that's actually. Oh wait. Well, which is it, Danielle? The first or the
It's up to you.
second?
Oh, no.
It's up to you.
Okay.
I coordinated with Avery on the first one.
Oh no.
Well, that makes it all that much better that I picked it.
All right.
So this I'm sending a message that would be getting in the morning. While everyone can get up, do their morning stuff, and get on the way to the art shop without any interruptions from me.
All right. So I'm guessing we're all going to the art shop, or did anybody hang back? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it makes it
Yeah.
easier.
Well, then, when we roll up to the art shop, Ben, what's going to happen?
When you roll up to the art shop, what's going to happen? You guys are planning. You were planning to meet one of the art students there, right?
Yes. Yeah, let's just yes. We should. I think we've overloaded our GM.
I am trying to handle a couple different threads at once.
Did you mean to message me, Dex?
I think it
Yeah.
would be good if we took some of the new art with us to restock the shop.
Yes.
Good point.
As well
Two
as
birds,
some
one stone.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that latest message is the text that Nara gets back in the morning.
What?
Yeah, that's the name that dings across the screen.
I think that because Nero was confused about the hair, I think she ended up going in the car. Her thought process here is, why the heck did you braid my hair if I'm just gonna take it out. So she's left her hair in the braid, and she's in the car, and she's staring at her phone right now. Who is Coco Butterkisses?
What?
She looks over at brother Nick in the mirror, or if he's wherever he is. I got a message from Coco Butterkisses.
What does it say?
To wear something nice. She scrolls up. This is my conversation with Kareem. Did he change
Right.
his name?
Well, I don't think he'll be happy that you're talking to this Coco Butterkisses fella.
she texts him back. Why are you Coco Butterkisses?
No.
Busted.
um, she just gets double question mark as a text back.
I think autocorrect changes it to butter.
Oh, meanwhile, you've pulled up outside the art shop. I don't know if you guys were doing street parking or parking in that lot behind the place coming in through the storage room. You're all in your in your own skins, using you're all in trader identities.
I
Okay.
think so.
That was the idea.
Well, except Java, who doesn't have a you're all in trader identity, unfortunately.
He doesn't have any identity. Thanks for reminding me.
Doesn't even have a last name.
He doesn't even make the coffee anymore.
I had thought about that the last time there was like a breakfast scene on the ship. I think somebody else was making the coffee, and I almost asked like, "How does Joppa feel about that?" But I didn't want to rub it in. Or
And if
salt in that
somebody
one.
points that out to him, he might have to change his name to like Rice Cake or something.
Oh boy.
Crispy barista.
Mhm. All right. So let's see. You guys entering front or back?
Sure, we'll go but the back way.
Okay.
We'll have Narrow and Cade check to see if it's safe first.
Okay. Yeah.
Cade will key in the security code to, open up the back so they can unload.
Sorry, who was gonna check to see if what was safe?
I think we're just Cade and Nero are doing another security sweep since we found that bug.
Mm-hmm.
Make
Okay.
sure that nobody has decided to set up an ambush in here.
Yeah, I got you.
So Nero will go in first.
All right. Give me a notice check from Narrow.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
yeah.
I mean, Cade would be assisting, I feel like, but
It's okay. It actually wouldn't matter in this case. um. Okay then. Let's see. Let me finish this here. Let's see. Hmm. So Narrow and Cade go in, checking the inside of the storage room there they um, before they signal to everyone else. They don't find anybody or anything suspicious in the back room.
All right. Narrow motions Cade in and proceeds into the front.
I mean, does Cade notice anything, or he would definitely review the security system at least.
Yeah, he can start checking the security system, and he does not notice anything. There's no glitches in it or
Yeah.
anything noticeable on the recording.
I think with both Cade and Narrow is basically looking to make sure that there's nobody jumping out at us while Cade does the like the more in-depth techie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Saoirse would also want to be checking her echo um, gift where she can sense if there's been
Mm-hmm.
something used there recently.
Yeah, that's pretty much a passive thing that she's always observing.
Yes, I know it is,
Oh, okay.
but I
You're just
also know you have a lot going on,
yeah.
and so that is my way of saying, "Hey, just a reminder."
Mm-hmm. That's fair. All right. Yeah, she does not observe. She didn't notice any psychic stuff. She had picked up kind of on some miscellaneous uses on the drive. Just some all pretty innocuous, kind of standard seeming stuff. It's a little bit disorienting at first. She hasn't been in a more populated place since gaining that ability, but it's not like Tabuka. Tabuk's capital is just swimming in psychics, so um, she's able to adjust pretty easily and tune out some of those echoes. Things like minor uses of telepathy and telekinesis, and the very occasional teleportation. Um, but nothing that catches her attention as seeming out of place. And there's nothing at all in the immediate vicinity of the art shop. Were you guys wanting to look at the look for the place that the bug had been transmitting of a narrow band of data stream when Nero took it?
Yeah, I think we do.
Nero would when she goes into the front, by the way, she would find Sayik talking to a couple of women about an art piece. She'd turn around and give you a brief wave before going back to doing her customer facing stuff.
Yeah, Neri gives her a nod and relaxes a little bit. Goes back into the. Is Kate still in the back, or did he follow her up front?
Nah, he's probably lingering in the back.
Okay. Yeah,
She's looking over security footage or something.
Yeah.
she'll go back to the back and close the door behind her, and everything looks fine up front. Oh, you know what? She
Okay.
would. I think you said this, but I just want to make sure that I heard right. She did look where the previous bug was planted, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
nothing was there.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, she goes back, closes the door behind her, and tells Cade that there's no threat in the store. Hang on. Nothing. No threat in the store. I'll tell everyone else to come in.
Okay. Are you gonna check on wherever that bug was transmitting?
There's no bug there. I
You
just
mean
looked.
where it was? Okay.
Cade had
Oh, I know what he
Cade done
means.
some
Nero
triangulation.
has
Yeah.
missed it.
Oh yeah.
No, not the bug here. The bug was sending a message somewhere nearby. Do you want to check that out?
Okay. Where is it?
He'll like pull up a street map of where they are and point out the building a couple down and say it was on the roof of this one over here.
Climbing might mess up my braids.
Nah, you'll be fine. I've seen you go through worse without losing a single hair, so
Thanks. See. About faces and
Casual compliment.
Yep. She about faces, small smile on her lips, and goes to the back door. Was everyone else waiting outside for Nero and Kate to do a sweep? Were they coming in the back door or the front?
I think we were waiting in the car.
Okay. Nero will go to the back door then and wave them in. As they get up there, she's holding the door open for them. I'm gonna go check out that building Kate found.
Yeah, and you can see the art shop is it's like on the first floor of a two-story um, situation that is actually kind of sharing. Second story is sharing space with the next building over, and but then a couple buildings over, the one that Kate was able to identify is 3 stories tall. It looks like she could probably, without too much trouble, get from one rooftop to the next.
Okay.
Start by using an access ladder here on the backside somewhere.
Yeah. As soon as somebody else takes the door, she'll set herself to that.
Okay. Anybody else going with her, or is she going by herself?
I think she's going by herself unless Cade's going with her. Or unless Java or Brother Nick, I guess, could volunteer to do it. But I think, has she made us all aware of what she's doing?
Yeah, she said that she was going to check out the building Cade found, and unless you want him doing something else, Avery, Java could go with her.
You see Java looking for something. Then he's looking for an empty easel.
Oh, Java's got something to do. Nero goes alone.
In a car?
No, this is gonna be really quick. Like,
Okay.
not like an axle, but like, isn't it an
An easel.
easel where you like?
Yeah,
Mhm.
in the back room of the art shop, I think you'd find.
Wait,
least
wait,
one.
wait, 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 wait. Sorry. So who went into the store to sweep the store?
Nero and Cade.
Oh, did we not go
Okay.
into the store?
Are the rest of us in the car, or did we all go into the store already?
It
Like,
sounds like
was Nero pursuing this lead after we went into the
Mm,
store, or
no, what happened
was
was Nero and Cade went in. Nero did sweeps while Cade was looking through a security system. And then Nero came to the back door and waved you folks who were still sitting in the car at the time. Basically waved you over. Said everything's okay now. And then she told you that she's going to check out the building that Cade found.
okay?
So Java would go with Nero, but only after quickly checking to see if there was an empty easel,
Okay.
on which he would
Mhm.
leave his tofu is murder sign and ask them to fetch a good price, then leave.
Yeah, Sae gives him a very confused look, and after he leaves, she turns to Saoirse. Who is that?
He's a very eccentric, up and coming artist we recently met.
She gives kind of the slow nod of like, "Oh, I see," while her expression saying that she doesn't understand at all. Um, Fair enough. Perhaps that piece should be saved for a different time. And she kind of makes as if to go and move it to the back room after Java's left.
Saoirse, thinking that's probably going to be really recognizable to anybody who was at the protests, does not stop her.
I'm imagining it's all like abstract and like the
Mhm.
colors have like faded into this. I don't know.
You can just see the ghost of Tofu as murder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're saying the cardboard. I thought you were. Yeah, the rest of the art in the shop it's a lot of. There's some abstract stuff. There's some very very interpretive representations of various things. A lot of it in a very
This is a
different style.
soaking wet sign that at one point said tofu is murder.
Like so
I
incredibly
can
out of place.
honestly say very much not out of place in a modern art store.
It's
As
what'll end
someone
the
who has
war.
That's what I'm saying. Java was thinking
It's
this should fetch a good price and
Some
left.
oligarch comes in, sees that war's canceled.
Mm,
it's like you did it, Java.
congratulations. We can all go home. Mission accomplished.
Solid.
All right. So yeah, Nero and Java are climbing the ladder on the back of the building. The other three of you, is there anything you wanted to talk to Saik about?
Yeah, Saoirse's gonna apologize to her for them being gone longer than they expected.
Okay. She takes it in stride. Um, oh, don't worry. I know the meta-dimensional currents are unpredictable, and you have important work to be about. Hope you've brought some more stock. We've been uh, run a bit low, trying to keep up business, but also draw it out until you return.
She'll confirm they did bring more with them, back with them, and then they'll talk business essentially at that point.
Okay. Yeah, she is a little curious about how much longer, just about the future, because she hadn't really had a long-term guarantee from you at the beginning, so she is curious about what the plan is moving forward. If her if the extension on her original time frame is going to continue, or if you returning is kind of a
For her employment, or
right,
oh
um,
yeah,
or if you returning is kind of a signal that you're going to be wrapping up soon and she won't be needed much longer.
Oh.
Which doesn't seem to phase her. She's apparently accustomed to the ephemeral nature of artist
art shops.
artistic work. Um, and she's also been paying attention to recent events, so uh, she does also try to ask you some questions about
Saying she's a
how.
smart cookie is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, she at least knows that she's curious about how recent events might be affecting their business, and if they're gonna need to you know look for some different a different sort of style to sell, or what their deal is.
I would think that with Urala being blockaded still and now being attacked, that Uralan art would actually be more of a premium. Um,
Oh,
so
definitely.
they may need to start expanding their stock. And so she would want to ask um, our little artist friend here if she's considered selling her own work at the shop.
She is. You can tell she's surprised, but also um, very very quickly adjusts and slips into the kind of self promotion that is necessary to stay afloat with that sort of business, and pitches to you why she thinks that some of her better pieces could be worth selling, and she'll get into some of the hemming and hawing about the relative value of it and all that sort of stuff. But you can tell she's clearly excited about the prospect of getting to put some of her own work um,
Right.
on display,
Sweet.
and especially shoulder to shoulder with some obviously valuable stuff.
All right, so Saoirse's going to give her basically an assignment, a commission, and she'll say, "I would like you to do. Uh, I would like you to bring me your best pieces for a gallery showing, and I would also like for you to do at least 5 pieces in the color scheme of this Uralin, or you know, the
Yeah.
Uralin artist that has been selling. So
Mhm.
the
Got
same.
in the style.
No, not in the style. It
Oh,
doesn't have
okay.
to be in the same style,
Hmm.
but I do want it to kind of uh not reference, maybe that's not the right word, but I do want it to kind of tie in with
Once
what's
it
already
fit.
in the gallery.
Okay.
And Saoirse's thinking they'd be able to kind of like ease people in from the Uralin artist's work and what obviously seems to be something that they don't see much of in Uralin work, or sorry, in Tabukan work, to
Mhm.
the local artist.
All right. Yeah.
Mm,
So kind of
mm,
at least complementary colors and art,
Yeah.
so that it's not so that it's not drastically different. Okay.
hmm
Um. Alrighty then. Somebody, one of the three of you, give me a trade check. I don't remember if any of you has that skill. Be trade with wisdom or maybe charisma.
Well, it's not Cade. That would be bad.
But well, my laptop died, so
Oh, somebody
Okay.
needs to roll for trade.
Do you want me to just do it for Saoirse?
Anybody got better than +0?
I have
No, I believe
-1.
I don't know if Saoirse's is -1 or not. So
Saoirse, including her +1 to wisdom, would be at a 0.
well,
Yeah.
if no one can do better than that, then I guess we'll do that.
Yeah, I think mine just comes out the same.
We ain't trade
I mean,
focused.
Cade is a
Right.
+1 charisma, but -1 to trade.
Yeah, I think it does sound like it all comes out as a wash. I'll go ahead and roll it for.
I mean, knowing he has that
reroll?
in trade, the hoodie makes sense now.
Hey, you're so mean.
All right. Well, she got a 6. Um. So, yeah, the terms will be a bit more favorable for Saik than maybe you might have hoped for, but you'll still definitely be getting a decent cut of the sales on pieces you commission for her from her
Yeah, and
or whatever.
honestly, Saoirse is less concerned about the profit that we would be getting on them and more concerned about supply and demand.
Mhm.
She's hoping to maybe shift interest. It's been long enough that these Uralin pieces have been what people want, that she's hoping that maybe the Tabukan people are getting a little like the Tabukan aristocracy might be getting a little tired of it and looking for the next new thing.
Mm,
And if she can make that a locally sourced thing, then that's what she is wanting to do.
yeah. Okay.
And ideologically, I think that kind of fits with what a lot of um, is going on in Tabuk right now. Is this? It's been a long-standing thing for them that they go to other places and take things from other places and then claim it as Tabukan. Um, when they graft in those cultures and kind of getting it back to no, let's look at like what you already have. Putting more emphasis on that would, I think, be in a way supportive of a lot of what the younger people and the local people are protesting about. Like, stop, colonizing and making it hard. This war is lasting too long,
Mm,
and look at what we already have.
okay. All right. Well, meanwhile, Nero and Java have climbed onto a rooftop and been making their way over a couple buildings over, looking for whatever that bug was transmitting to on another rooftop. So, let's see here. They get over. There's let's see. I'm gonna say there are just access ladders. There's no need to do anything particularly daring to get where they're wanting to go.
Okay.
So they can get up there. And Nero checks. Cade gave her a a very specific spot. Um, you know, very high resolution coordinates, basically. So you can make it up onto the rooftop in question, and you can see even from a little distance away that there is, you know, there's nothing just standing out obvious that would be receiving that signal over on that part of the roof.
We'll search around and look for signs of anything having been installed there and or recently removed.
Okay. Let's see here. So, and I'll go ahead and just assume. I guess I'll ask beforehand this time. Java, I guess, probably wants to help with this if there's a role involved here.
Yeah, he would.
'Cause it's-
He would be there helping look for the same things that Nero's looking for. So
Yeah. Let's see. Probably, I think a notice is definitely still appropriate here. Notice with wisdom. So give me one from Java first, and then we'll see if
Could
Nero gets a +1.
Java roll fix since we're looking at signs of something being installed?
Yeah, that's plausible. Oh, still a low roll.
Dang.
Unfortunate. So
bueno.
no extra +1 for Nero. All right. Nero is she's looking around and she doesn't she comes across the area, but heads over looking at the spot that there should be something. Doesn't see anything, but she does feel kind of this familiar sort of itch between her shoulder blades. It tells her she's being watched. And she looks up in time to see someone just peeking above the edge of a rooftop across the way. As an immense roar and sudden pain strike her. I need an evasion save from both of you.
Seriously?
Does this count
boy.
as being surprised?
I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that.
Well, surprise or execution attack?
It's not an execution attack, fortunately.
I rolled a
Wow.
6.
Well, I
Your
guess
save is
maybe
6.
maybe unfortunately in this case.
Do I get
Nero's
a
purposes.
Yeah, I was gonna
bonus
say
for
it is
alert?
now.
Oh, okay, I see what you're getting at.
Yeah. She can't be surprised and is immune to execution attacks if this were one.
Right. Now you haven't been surprised. In fact, I went ahead and I was trying to think of some way to make that relevant. Seeing the Watcher, I think, was my way of trying to, I guess, throw a bone for Alert. Even though you weren't exactly being ambushed in a surprise round or being executed.
It feels a little bit like the warning that doesn't allow the characters to do anything about the warned event.
You're about to be shot. Blam.
Yeah.
Hey, you saw where the guy was. That's more than
Okay.
you would have
Yeah, that's
gotten to
some
see
info
otherwise.
we can use.
I'll take it. I just have particular memories of it was the newer Star Trek where the young Captain Kirk goes through this whole huge thing, gets himself into the place to finally warn everyone, and it doesn't matter because he was like 1 second early, and everybody dies anyways. It's like,
Oh no.
what was the point of all that? That scene annoyed me so much. You're getting some of that vented at you, Ben.
Apologies. I'll take it for the team.
So I return to my question. Can I have a +2 bonus for Alert?
Not a +2, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'd consider.
1.99.
Oh no. Sure, why not? No, that's
Too low.
Hey Ben.
yeah.
Before whatever this is pans out, just peek at that message.
Oh, okay, let me see.
Because I'm
Oh.
assuming Narrow's within 5 meters of him.
Yes, and I So I think
I
I
don't
would.
trust that laughter.
Okay. Let me say this. I think the intention was for something that was like targeted at someone else other than you, but I think I'd allow it. It's just, I would say since you were also being targeted, you're still going to take your own damage, but you could also do that if that's what you want to do.
I just thought I saved, but
You
if you're
did,
saying I
which means
saved,
you're
but I would still take the damage,
you're going to
then
take
yeah,
half,
I'm good.
whatever.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Yeah. So you were going to take 11 already.
Basically, I just take the full hit.
Okay. So what happens here is as this as the roar and the concussive force start to knock Narrow back, she sees a blur of motion right next to her, and then suddenly both she and Java are tumbling backward, but he's on the other side of her from where he was a moment ago. And as they both come up in a heap, Narrow is basically unscathed, and Java is he is singed and smoking, and looking slightly concussed, and also breathing pretty heavily.
Oh no, is he out?
He is not.
Okay.
He looks a good bit worse for wear. but she catches just a faint little glow, I think, in his skin that fades almost immediately.
Oh dang!
I gotta stop getting shot. This isn't
Wait, who
fun.
explodes?
We
Uh,
basically got booby trapped.
yeah,
Demo
there's
charge.
I know. Wait, demo charge?
That's what it looks like to me.
yeah,
Oh, no.
there are smoking and flaming bits of
Mm.
wreckage around the rooftop here. And Java somehow managed to take the blast instead of Narrow, even in that split second of time that he had to do it. And
Oh,
Narrow is
damn.
very acutely aware of the Watcher who is on the rooftop across the way.
Can she fire on him?
I'm for murder.
Roll initiative
I
for Narrow.
called it.
Click the pog. Is the tracker up? Or do you just want to
No,
roll?
just go ahead and do the roll. We'll not get too worried about it. All right. So, it's her turn. Does she want to pop up from where she's laying and see if she can target him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she spares a quick glance at Java to make sure that he's not dying, and well, she's gonna roll towards the wreckage because you can't put two bombs in one place, right? So, and come up and arm
I
lasers
did
out.
consider it.
What's that?
I said I did consider it. That seemed a little. That seemed too mean, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she catches. He looks surprised and is trying to duck back behind the wall. So he has half cover right now, but she definitely still gets the chance to shoot him.
Done tried to blow up the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She is popping out the lasers and going burst.
Okay. She lets off a burst of laser fire across the courtyard below, and Caesar hits land as he just as he ducks back behind the wall,
Hmm.
and
Either.
hears him yell out in pain.
She if she has if she can as you know, instant free action, whatever, she slaps her comm on
Mm-hmm.
and squawks to the whole group. How would you put this? Ambushed by bomb. Kate, I need sorry, nerd, I need eyes in the sky.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and
If she can't, because we don't have like proper comms, that's fine too.
oh no, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You guys still have that you guys have that set up with each other on your burners and stuff.
Yeah. So just speed dial basically.
Mm-hmm.
Speed dial group call.
I
Yeah.
assume you want Cade to wait for the next round.
You guys can go ahead and kind of
Initiatize.
all take. We won't worry too much about where everybody is in the initiative. Just let each person who's gonna do something let you guys take action in initiative order for now. Um,
Yeah, this might not be a full-on combat situation here.
Saoirse's gonna ask her for her status.
so
I'm
yeah,
okay.
Cade
Kata,
could.
sir. Or not. Sorry, good.
I was gonna say Cade would have time to. He could run out back and toss
Yeah.
the hello neighbor up into the air, get it started flying up towards the get it moving towards a vantage point.
Yep.
And could have it in place for the next round.
Okay.
Brother Nick, want to do anything?
Is this dude still in shooting range?
Brother Nick is, in the art shop. You need to run out back, and he's on the rooftop of a building across the courtyard parking area from the art shop rear entrance.
Oh, okay. So can he? Is he clocked pretty well where this guy is?
Yeah, I guess assuming that was Nara would have quickly indicated the direction of the rooftop he's on. So yeah, Brother Nick could run in that direction.
Okay, then maybe just trying to close that distance. Then, yeah.
Okay. Right, Brother Nick is making his way towards the opposite side of that parking lot. Can make it most of the way across this round. Was Saoirse going to do something? Then she was asking Nero for some more info.
She's hearing Java on the other line. She feels a little relieved, but she's trying to check to see if their employee, like, what her reaction is to to their sudden mobilization.
Oh, that was the she you were talking about. Well, she definitely reacted to the explosion. And she's looking scared. And
Saoirse's gonna tell her, close the shop, hide in the bathroom, don't come out until we tell you to.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Is it safe in here?
Saoirse is like setting the security code on the wall. This is probably the safest place that she can actually be right now. So, she'll tell her it's safer than being out there. So, just I need you to hide until we come back for you.
Oh, okay. Be careful out there. She looks confused, but she go ahead and give me a lead check.
Okay.
With wisdom is fine. Okay.
Or I can use my brand new level 2 authority. Saoirse will flash her a smile and say, well, the life of an art trader is quite exciting, so I think we might be able to hold our own against it.
Yeah, she doesn't look it doesn't look like she's as reassured as you might have hoped, but she nods and she listens to what Saoirse's telling her to do, and she runs to the bathroom.
All right. once she locks herself in the bathroom, Saoirse knew that the front door was locked and everything else is getting locked. She's assuming everyone else has already left. She's leaving and she's gonna page Java,
Okay.
assuming that at least Cade and Narrow are worrying about the aggressor in this situation. And
Yeah, they and Brother Nick are on the case.
okay, she was gonna page Brother Nick and ask him for a status report where he was and stuff.
Okay, yeah, she'll be following pretty closely on Brother Nick's heels, running out the back
All
door.
right,
She
great.
can
So
see
that's
him
not
running,
necessary.
running across the parking lot, and she would have time just to start up the ladder to start getting towards where Java and Narrow, where Java is pretty.
Where they said they were going to check.
Yeah, where he's apparently injured. Speaking of whom, Java is. He doesn't have a move action now, but he still has his faculties about him to whatever extent you see appropriate. Java, I mean Neighbory.
Could he roll over and shoot his pistol at this guy?
He doesn't have an angle on him, but he could definitely.
I don't know that really matters. He'd still probably shoot at him. If he
Yeah,
hits him, great.
he can fire off a shot in that direction. Give me an attack roll there for your whichever weapon, your laser pistol. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So he
Way to
kind
hit
of
that wall.
yeah, let's see. So he kind of rolls slightly in the direction of Narrow, picks up, points his pistol. Like, imagine like it's like if somebody's laying behind cover and they're just blind firing over over a desk or something, and he's got the pistol up sideways and just squeezes off a few shots, and actually he's you can tell he's only just barely got the idea of where the guy is, but he still manages to hit the top of the wall where the guy had ducked behind, and or more fallen behind. Let's see, and that's pretty much that. Or back to Narrow again. She cannot see the guy across the way, and she hasn't noticed anyone else yet.
Okay. We're on third story here.
I realized I hadn't rolled for initiative, so sorry. I didn't know if we were doing that.
That's okay.
Or
I
you
had
might have already rolled for me. I don't know.
no. I was letting everyone else kind of pick an order after
Okay.
after Narrow. The NPC rolled a 2, so you guys basically weren't going to roll lower than that.
I did tie with him though.
Which means you win.
Yeah.
How long will it take Nero to safely climb down this building and get over to the next building and climb up it?
It would be several rounds. And Brother
Question.
Nick is.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, Brother Nick is already about 3/4 of the way from where she would have to go to get to it. So like he'll get there long before she could.
Okay. Then the lasers pop back in.
Hey Ben,
Oh,
Yeah, what's up?
I have an honest question about telekinetics. and I'm hoping
Okay.
the rule of cool will maybe rule in my favor. Could Saoirse create a bridge out of debris between the two building rooftops that Nero could run across?
Let's see here. Let me do this pretty quickly. Sort of. I will say. Let's see. Blah blah blah. She's what, level 3? Oh,
Speaking
as
about
many
Saoirse.
as yeah. Um, hmm. It's a pretty large gap for 3 different objects, and there's not. It's not like there's.
Or
Hmm.
sorry, go ahead. I'm not trying to interrupt you constantly, I promise.
Thanks. Um, I will say, I mean, if there were like just a bunch of like lumber sitting around loose, you could get close enough with 3 long pieces of lumber that Nara would just have to make some sort of an exert check to make it across, but
What about ladders? Rip fire ladders off the buildings.
Could Saoirse rip fire ladders off the buildings? And could she combine her telekinetic uses with tangible force construct?
Let's see here. Let's see, your mastery of you've got some sort of mastery of uses. Okay, can use it without committing effort, but it's still a main action. Force construct is on turn action, once per turn. Okay, so 3 meters. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
So we're going to slightly, let's see, and we'll say 20 meters around. Yeah, we'll say that's close enough. You definitely can. She can construct just enough of a rudimentary bridge across the open air using 3 fire ladders ripped from the sides of the buildings and a single tangible force construct that as long as Nero rolls, it's going to be a pretty decent difficulty exert check, but with dexterity, then she'll be able to make it across using her movement.
All right. Saoirse sees Nero running up and just stopping short at the edge of the building.
Mm-hmm.
She's
just
clearly
going-
looking for a way. She's clearly looking down and considering if she can just jump it.
Yeah. Saoirse immediately throws up a tangible force construct, and Nero just sees that familiar glow that she knows from all the tangible force constructs that have been made for her in the past. She knows exactly what is happening, and it's starting to just shoot out from where she's standing. And as that's happening, Saoirse brings up another hand, and just Nero sees the fire escape across the alleyway on the other building just begin to tear off of the building, and this bridge forms as 2 other ladders fly up and create a pathway for her.
Nero is jumping on before the entire bridge is even formed. She is
yeah.
complete trust that this is going to work, and she's bolting.
He's already racing across as the tangible force construct is being formed.
Yep.
That's what you're telling me. This is awesome. I love this.
All right.
This is
Give
if
me-
anybody has to ask, is their friendship there yet? It is there.
All right. Give me an exert check with dexterity. Oh, okay. I was like, I really don't want to have to try to kill Nero twice in one session. She makes it. She is sprinting, leaping from across each gap between the four sections of Sky Bridge here, somehow defying the rules, the laws of friction, in catching herself on these little ladder rungs and dashing across the the between the rungs and the actual sides of the ladders, and just leaping for all she's worth to bridge those gaps. She'll make it. She'll make it most of the way across in this turn,
Okay.
and enough to see a she's got enough of an angle at this point to see it doesn't look like the guy is still behind the little edge of the rooftop wall where she'd shot him,
Mm-hmm.
unless he's just she can make out like a roof access little door in the rooftop there next to where he was, and a good bit of blood.
Okay. Trail to follow.
Let's see. That was quite the move. Oh man, it's an 11:30.
Don't you dare!
Well, that's all. Yeah, I think we're as much as I'd love to keep on going, I think we're gonna have to leave ourselves on that on that epic cliffhanger there, of Nero dashing across little more than open air.
I'm just imagining like her running basically into open air and then just the sound of metal being ripped off of a building and
Yeah.
having ladders flying towards you.
Okay, Ethan, that's just rude.
And depending on positioning, Nero reaching the end of the bridge and just taking a flying leap, expecting there to be something underneath her when she gets to it.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. Anyone watching would be at best peeking through, their fingers, expecting this to end with a horrific splat. But
I should have metamorphed her into Pinky before we left the art, before I had her leave the art shop. So she could maintain her epic Pinky persona.
All right, well, stay tuned till next time to find out what happened to this mysterious bomber.
Saoirse's still concerned about Java.
He'll keep.
He's fine.
Well, I'll say, I
He'll
mean,
keep.
she left him rolling in the dirt to give
Blast
Nero a
him.
bridge. Yeah, so I guess she figured he was fine. Hmm. let me see.
Well,
Let me
that'll
see
be
real
her next
quickly here.
priority.
Uh, trying to decide. Was okay. Yeah. I think I will say there were enough ladders for her to grab 3 without jeopardizing her path to Java.
Ethan, earlier I freaking asked and I was muted and I was away from my laptop, but I was like, I'm assuming Ethan has already posted the Danny DeVito meme at this point. Called it. Freaking called it. That is all I'm gonna say on that, but still.
Next Monday, when it gets to your round again, you gotta toss me like Gimli with your telepathic powers.
Okay.
Make an old man
I don't
have
think I
to hoof
can.
it after this guy.
Willing targets can be moved.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Well,
What are you
I
talking about?
suppose that's up to interpretation. It says, nor can unwilling intelligent targets.
Where is that?
It's in the second paragraph. Objects being held or worn by a mobile creature cannot normally be manipulated by telekinesis, nor can unwilling intelligent targets be directly manipulated.
Oh yeah, let me see. So there's. Okay, yeah, I was not reading the telekinesis blurb. I was reading the specific.
Yeah, well, you got Crawforded.
Yeah.
where rules are everywhere.
Sorry, Casey. You're good at a lot of things. This ain't one of them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, blah blah blah. Not normally be manipulated. Yeah, nor can unwilling intelligent targets be directly manipulated. Yeah, the unwilling part does suggest that a willing target could be directly manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Operation Cannonball. No way.
Yeah, the key here, let's see. Okay, she's got an 800 kilogram limit, so even counting
Yeah, she can toss people.
counting a couple of fire ladders, I think there's still enough bandwidth for Brother Nick. He's a big guy, but he's not that big.
And assuming Nero makes it across one of those ladders, she can always drop it and pick him up in its place.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's tossing time. All right, well, let's see. Everybody have your XP? Let me not drag this out too much more here. Well, let's get into faves before we run way past time. Let's see, is that? Yeah, it's 13. So Danielle, you are first this time in.
Oh, it's so hard.
Too bad.
Definitely rule of cool. Winning out and me getting to have my Scarlet Witch moment. It's exciting. And also Nero just like running onto it before it's even fully formed. Like that whole scene of bridging the gap was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Secondary being glowing Java ?
That was also epic.
What's happening?
I mean, if Jabba did all that just to save Nero's hair, that really is some more best friend material.
Listen, we are all committed to this date.
Man, I was thinking like when Nero was like failing the notice checks, I was like, oh man, so much for hairdo.
Oh no.
I was like, after all that effort, I was like, what's gonna happen to the braid? But Java came in clutch. And yeah, I will have to I'll have to think about that a little bit because I can see the angle that you're coming at from Dex about the alert thing. Even though that is I managed to somehow find the one little angle that doesn't technically. I promise I didn't do it on purpose.
I think it's fine. Sure, I would have liked bonuses, but I mean, a bomb was set. We didn't see it. It's one of those risks. This is going to invite some serious retaliation. So, you know, there will be consequences.
Indeed. Yeah, actually, I had a different plan. I had originally assumed you guys were gonna go after the bug transmission spot like the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Things likely would have played out a bit differently.
Right. Yeah, that was going to be the intent, and then the protest was a really good distraction that caught Nero's attention as a more immediate priority of seeing what's happening here. We can go get the bug later.
Yeah.
So
I was telling Danielle at one point, I really did not. I should have. I really should have, but I didn't expect that to become such a focal point. It's it's kind of like I sort of in a way the two
What did you
some
not
of
expect to be a focal point?
the protest thing to become
yeah.
such the which is why maybe it wasn't obvious, but I felt like I had no idea what to say for that speech. I should have just left it at he gives a rousing speech, not have tried to go in character for it at all. Because that was a little rough. But anyway, yeah, I felt like I was kind of my scene setting was shooting my other intended distractions or complications. They were getting in each other's way, which was kind of hilarious in hindsight. Anyway, I guess I'm in the wrong chat. Looking. I guess it's Dex's
Also,
turn.
we have
a
request for Dex.
I see it.
Uh-huh.
The public is in danger. My evening is in danger.
Yep. That's accurate. That's about how I expected it.
That is great. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to get that wrapped up before date time. All right, Dex, what was your favorite?
So the forced hair care is the one that I wrote down. Because that was it was sweet and adorable. And then narrow bridge and glowing Java. Let's phrase it differently than Saoirse, than Danielle did.
Tiger, hidden dragon.
No,
Narrow bridge, glowing Java.
Although that is funny. But no, narrow bridge and Java saves the hair.
Nice. Also, definitely love the narrow bridge pun.
Yes.
Good stuff. All right, let's see.
Way to
Ethan.
suck up to the DM with dad jokes.
I am easily amused. Ethan, what was your favorite?
Have we already talked about our cashmere obsession?
That is not
Not yet.
I forgot that even happened. Oh my word, that was fantastic.
I was gonna tag it.
And also when Nero ate the hoodie.
Oh my word.
And
Hmm.
Ben was gonna figure out its nutritional value.
Fortunately, she decided that it was maybe a little too nice to try to stuff it in her mouth. So.
No, that didn't
Oh
factor
my
in.
word.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a nice had no factor there. It was too
Oh.
fibrous.
Oh my
Too
word.
chewy.
Yeah, it was a little too chewy. I can just imagine her like handing it back to Cade and making some offhand like negative comment about how hard it was to chew, and him being like,
Excuse me? Can hear it now in Robert's voice. Excuse me?
it's the... in like that. It would have had that vibe.
Oh my.
I feel like there's probably some great meme for that, but I'm not really sure what it would be, so I'm not gonna attempt it. Anyway, Robert, your favorites.
Yeah, I gotta second the cashmere obsession. And I was thinking about what else, and I just have to laugh about Java taking the brunt of all the damage again.
Aisha is going to seriously chide him about this.
Java's death wish, literally.
You what? By the way, Kashmir Obsession is the name of our prog rock band. And we need the cover.
Go with deep regret. Previously.
Oh no, that's our heavy metal band.
Wait, deep regret?
You don't
What is
remember that?
from?
Yes.
I do not
was
approve this.
I forgot about this. What is that from?
I think
It's
that
a
was after he had the
reference.
truffle sauce Taco Bell thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Well, oh, Avery, your favorite.
Glowing. I was excited to finally do that.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, that was cool.
Finally, something that makes sense. Gotta save Nero's hair. Bear hug.
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't know how much of the. I think some of the discussion around it had been public knowledge, but the specific mechanics that we ended up with were a little bit different. So yeah, it's pretty cool though.
I hope I got that as close to word for word as that conversation actually happened.
I think it is.
Let's see. I guess that leaves me then.
That deserves a pen.
Thanks.
Oh boy, yeah, that is a good one. I'll second that motion.
There we go.
Let's see. Hmm. My favorite thing. Uh,
It's not a personality test. It's just, what
no, yeah,
we put at the end of the thing.
I know. I just I was trying to decide. I think one that definitely stuck with me as much as some other fun things happened. Um, I think the Tofu's murder sign and its longevity, its unexpected longevity, uh, was cracking me up. And just the way that Java managed to make it prominent in every way that he could, uh, tying himself back to that protest in every different situation possible. I also definitely liked the fact that he just like ditched the homeless guy after after all that. Um, that cracked me up too. Um, and then I think coming in at a very close third would have to be the the narrow bridge.
It
That was
was
a very
cool.
cool idea.
Whew.
And I'm also I'm really glad that Narrow succeeded. Because I was really gonna I mean, it would have been hilarious, but I also would have felt pretty bad.
I wasn't worried about the damage. I was more worried about her ego.
Yeah, the damage wouldn't have been debilitating or anything,
Nah.
but it definitely it also would have put a bit of a damper on her rushing to help the situation.
Mm-hmm. This way, we can pinch him. Brother Nick's on the ground. Nero's coming down at him from the roof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh,
Well,
boy.
that was fantastic fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys had a great time too.
I'm still a little bitter that we had to leave on that. It's fine.
It's okay. That just means there's plenty for next time. Oh,
It means that we get to jump right into the action next time, which worked out really well, when we've done it.
very true. I think with that's a wrap for our stream.
All right.
So everybody have a good night.
Good night. Thanks for watching.